Coming up next, we have winter safety with Bruce.
And we have sports with Nevaeh.
This and more coming up now on your Spartan News. Hey Spartans, I'm Danny. Welcome back to the latest and greatest Spartan News.
And I'm Dan. Good to see you, Spartans.
Dan, how are you feeling? Are you excited for winter break coming up?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm feeling really good, and winter break's going to be just great. How about you?
I like school, but I am definitely excited to have a long break and just spend time with my family and relax and sleep in.
For sure.
I think all of that's going to be super fun and just kind of nice to get a little break before we come back.
Definitely.
Well, since winter break is coming up, we have the winter celebration coming up too, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing for that?
I think I'm probably going to do flag football. What about you?
I think I'm either going to do the volleyball games or the movie. I don't know. We'll see.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Well, the winter celebration is a super fun event that we have going on in our school, and I actually have some more fun events for you, so over to them. First up, there's the Secret Snowflake fundraiser going on from the 9th to the 19th, starting from $1 and going all the way up to $20 for treats for your entire 6th-period class. Next up, the Winter Band Concert and African Drum Concert is on the 17th at 7 p.m. Lastly, the winter celebration is also coming up. It's on the 20th from 2:27 to 3:30 p.m. during the school day. There's tons of activities that you can choose from, and you can talk to your advisory teacher about what activity you want to partake in.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for the band concert and definitely the winter celebration. I think that's going to be super fun, especially because it's the day before break.
Yeah, you guys will do good in the band concert.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, since winter is currently happening, it's been raining a lot recently, and then the rain freezes and it turns to ice.
Yeah.
And I could not tell you how many times I've slipped on the ice lately. Yeah, it's super important to have winter safety, especially since it's raining and it's freezing and turning to ice.
Yeah, ice is a really dangerous part of winter.
Yeah. Well, Bruce actually has an interview on winter safety. So over to you, Bruce.
Thank you, studio. Today I'm going to go around and interview kids and adults on winter safety. I'm here with Mr. McLeod. Mr. McLeod, what are your thoughts on staying safe here in the snow when it gets cold?
Ooh, Bruce, that's a good question. My first thought goes to our attire. So, of course, just like wearing layers, wearing coats so we don't catch a cold and get sick. But also just what we're wearing on our feet. You know, we love our Crocs, but probably a good time to retire them for the winter, at least outside. Wear some nice boots. We can keep our socks nice and warm. Also, so we're not slipping and sliding. Our custodians do a great job of making sure that the grounds outside the school are safe, but there's still going to be places that we could slip up with our Crocs. Next, of course, is just wearing our coats, because if we're not wearing coats, we're going to get cold pretty fast. And then we love those little white snowballs so much, but unfortunately at school, there's just too many opportunities to hurt other people and probably damage property. So leaving that on the ground, leaving all snow and ice on the ground, leaving the snowball fights for, at times, at home. But yeah, those are my thoughts, I think.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Thanks, Bruce.
Okay. It's important that the kids stay away from the tractor or the snowblower when we're out moving snow, because a lot of times when we're backing up we can't see kids or obstacles that might get in the way. So it's real important to stay as far as you can away, and maybe staying off the snow berms that we're creating, because they turn into ice and make it really slick, and we don't want you to slip and fall and hurt yourself. That's about it.
Well, I think there are a couple of important safety tips to be aware of in the wintertime. I think that your attire is probably the biggest thing. Make sure you've got boots for walking in the snow, especially if you walk to school. Coats, make sure you have a coat and hat and gloves if you're spending time outside. You know, there's lots of resources and supports for getting some coats and things like that. If you don't have winter clothing attire, see one of your counselors. Well, yes, at school, a big safety concern is to leave the snow on the ground. We don't want to pick up the snow. We can't be throwing the snow at our friends when we're at school. And of course, at home, sledding and all of those things to be safe on the sledding hill and have fun and enjoy the snow, but to always be safe.
Thank you. Those are some tips and tricks to stay safe out in the snow. Back to you, studio.
Thanks, Bruce. I think it's so important, especially when it's black ice on the roads and you can't see it. Like you have to make sure you're driving slow with your seatbelt on and just being careful.
Yeah, because if you're not careful, you can get into a crash, and that would not be good.
Yeah, but ice is actually still kind of fun. I definitely like to break icicles off of buildings. That might be weird, but it's fun.
Yeah, I'll do that too. And
Well-
something fun also is the events I have for you. So over to them. Drop in and draw, paint, knit, stitch, a monthly get-together of creative people is on Wednesday, December 18th from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Hive. Bring your current project and spend time creating in company with others at the Hive. Next up, there's a virtual reality event on January 8th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at Hilliard. Play virtual reality games and enjoy snacks with other middle school students. Lastly, there's a cozy hangout on December 18th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at Hilliard Events. Participate in a cozy activity and enjoy hot drinks and cookies. Enjoy fun activities that include diamond art, cross stitch, perler beads, and more.
That sounds fun. The cozy hangout sounds fun.
Definitely.
I've tried to do perler beads before, but
Really?
I'm actually not very good at it.
I've never done any of those, and they kind of sound fun.
Yeah, they do sound fun. And I actually just had my last volleyball game of the season.
How'd you guys do?
We did pretty good. We played great. I'm so proud of my team and stuff, but volleyball is definitely one of my favorite sports. I was a competitive dancer before.
Really?
Yeah, before I moved to Washington with my family. But volleyball, I like it so much. What about
sure.
you? Do you have any favorite sports?
Yeah, I love flag football and baseball and just football in general. It's really fun. It's nice to run, hopefully try to catch a touchdown. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's super fun. Well, Nevaeh actually has an interview on sports, right?
Yeah, so over to you, Nevaeh.
Thank you, Studio. So we have a lot of sports here at Salk, and not many people know if we have sports and what are coming up. But one sport that a lot of people might not know about is wrestling. So let's go check that out.
I'm here with Zibby and Evanessa. Zibby, how do you feel about sports? Do you know if there's any going on?
I think wrestling is soon, but I'm not planning on doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do know because I'm in volleyball.
What do you think about wrestling?
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool that like they go out there and they don't like care if they get hurt or anything, and they just do the sport for fun.
Do you think wrestling's a safety hazard?
Well, people choose to do it so they know they're gonna get hurt. So, yes and no.
Same thing that Zibby said.
Thank you.
I think that's really all I know.
What do you think, Dylan?
I don't do any sports, but I know volleyball and basketball is happening.
What is your thoughts on wrestling?
I think wrestling is pretty cool. I don't really know what happens in it. Never done it before.
What do you think, Dylan?
I think wrestling's cool. I've never done it before.
Do you think wrestling is a safety hazard?
Only if the kids aren't like being responsible while doing it.
I don't think so.
Thank you.
It seems like the students here at Salk know many sports, but wrestling is not their strong suit.
Thanks, Nevaeh.
I definitely just love volleyball. It's so fun to get to play on a court with all of my friends and just enjoy playing volleyball together, whether we win or lose.
Definitely. I mean, I think sports are so much fun. It's a good way to just get out and,
Yeah, sports are so much fun, just like these fun events I have for you, so over to them. First up, mid-quarter grades post on December 19th, so make sure you try to get your grades up to the best they can be. Next up, winter break is coming up, so make sure you get your yearbooks. We made a mistake last week, and we need to correct it. Now the yearbooks are $30, so make sure you get your yearbooks before the supplies run out. Lastly, 7th grade basketball starts very soon after we get back from break on January 6th. If you want to play, make sure you sign up on Final Forms so you can.
that sounds really fun.
Yeah, I am definitely going to get a yearbook this year.
Me too.
It's our last year of middle school.
For
Like,
sure.
I just want memories to have.
Definitely.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, Spartans.
Stay safe out there.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.